guys, another teacher talking sports here. And last night, the Knicks were defeated by the Milwaukee Bucks 112 to 100. Knicks fall 7 and 5 on the year, 2 and 4 at home, and 5 and 1 on the road. Not defending their home court. But what I want to focus on here is look at the plus minuses from Knicks players last night. Of course, plus minus meaning, for example, Julius Randle in his 27 minutes, the team was outscored by 26 points. And as you could see, the entire starting lineup had ugly plus minuses. But then we go to the bench, and all pluses, led by Emmanuel Quickley's plus 16 in 27 minutes, Obi Toppin plus 14 in 21 minutes. It's been kind of a theme throughout this season. The Knicks actually were trailing by 24 points in the third quarter before the bench was able to spark a run, and they ended up tying the game until Pat Connaughton went off and the Knicks fell. But, it was a valiant, hard fought effort by the bench. One of the guys who's been very disappointing for the Knicks of late has to be Evan Fournier. Since that 32-point game in the season opener, double OT against the Celtics, and the 11 games since, he's shooting less than 40% from the field while averaging 12.2 points. And if he's not scoring, he's not doing much else. He's never been a guy that, pad strong rebound, assist numbers. So he's a potential guy who the Knicks need to look to be given less minutes. And as you can see, he has been getting less minutes. He was getting over 30 minutes quite often in the beginning of the year, and he hasn't in the last now 6 games. And then if we look at the Knicks plus minus per 100 possessions, as I mentioned, it's been a theme throughout the season. Every starter, so Julius Randle, R.J. Barrett, Evan Fournier, Mitchell Robinson, and Kemba Walker all have minuses. So when they're on the court, this is how much they're getting outscored by per 100 possessions. And then we go to the bench: Derrick Rose, Alec Burks, Emmanuel Quickley, Obi Toppin, either Nerlens Noel or Taj Gibson, depending on if Noel's been healthy, if Gibson's been healthy. All positives. And it's not as simple as, oh, the bench is better than the starters, because yes, the bench does sometimes match up against the second unit, while the starters are matched against starters, better players. But it's pretty evident that something needs to be done with this. The Knicks can't fall behind by, let's say, double digits all the time in the first quarter. Question is, what do they do? Do they shake up the starting lineup? This was kind of a problem last season as well. As I mentioned, Evan Fournier has struggled since that opener. Kemba Walker got off to an extremely hot start from 3 and has faded off. Of course, Derrick Rose has been phenomenal. I did a video on him a few days ago. But he's just that spark on the second unit. Do you want to mess things up by putting him in the starting lineup? The way Kemba's playing, he won't be that spark off the bench that Derrick Rose is. The Knicks' defensive intensity has waned. I believe they've given up the most threes in the NBA, and last year they had the best three-point against percentage. So you get a more defensive-minded starting lineup, like, for example, placing Alec Burks in the starting lineup over Evan Fournier, and Fournier could, be one of the main options off the bench. Maybe that'll help him get his offensive game going, because the defense has also, been disappointing this year. Changed their starting backcourt from Elfrid Payton and Reggie Bullock to Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier. People expected that would be a huge boon to their offense, and they are better offensive players. Don't get me wrong, but not as well suited to play on the defensive end. So, what do you think the Knicks need to do? Do they need to switch up their starting lineup? Do they need to continue to hope their starting lineup can gel? As I mentioned, new starting backcourt, but it has been 12 games. Let me know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, share the video, hit that bell for notifications. I'm out.